Hey, I'm back to do a little update with regard to prosthetic or breast forms. I've done, I think, 5 videos in the past on my favorite breast forms. And in the past, I had one very large breast and one very flat side. So this video is a little bit different than back in the day when I had one large breast. Now I have one really concave side, and I have one very, very small breast mound on my right. So I don't need much of a prosthetic on most days, and I don't wear them very often at all. But I finally did just get my active prosthetic, my swimwear prosthetic, in the mail. I ordered it in December of last year, and I'm not sure why it took so long. I think it's because when you use your insurance to order things like camisoles and mastectomy bras and prosthetics, if you've ordered a bunch of bras, you have to wait like a month before you order a prosthetic. And so like you can't put in more than one order at the same time. And so they have to be staggered. And for some reason, my activewear prosthetic just took a really long time, as is my custom prosthetic. I still haven't gotten the custom scanned prosthetic that I had made in particular for my concave shape and to match my convex side. So I will be doing another video for sure when I get that. It won't be coming in the mail because I'll have to do a custom kind of fitting and training session with my fitter to show me how to use it and everything. So I'll be going down to Eugene, Oregon to my fitter to get those in probably just a month or two. So that video will be out really soon. But today I just want to show you my new swim form. I have a video that I did in December of last year that talks about swim breast forms. I didn't know they existed before that time. My first fitter was not very exhaustive or helpful in their kind of educating me. They didn't take very much time to educate me about the options. And when you do have insurance that covers breast forms and prosthetics, it is true that you get one set of regular prosthetics, so silicone in my case, and one set of activewear prosthetics. So you can have up to 4 prosthetics per year for most insurance carriers. So I learned this and I ordered a couple of swim prosthetics and I got them in the mail this week, and I just wanted to show you. The ones I chose are not made of silicone. They're much more lightweight. They're made of polyester, and it's a very meshy fabric. And the reason it's meshy is because it is going to allow water to flow through it from front to back and up to down. In every direction, it is designed to allow water to flow through. You can get a silicone breast prosthetic for swimming also, and that is a solid prosthetic. It's made of solid silicone, but it has channels carved into the back of it to allow water to flow through the back of it, only in one direction, up to down, assuming you're swimming forward when you're wearing it. And that did not appeal to me, both because it's very heavy and just that the channel didn't make sense to me. This made much more sense. I felt like this would be a better match for me, and allowing the water to flow through and it being really lightweight seemed like something I'd be willing to wear, maybe. We'll see. I haven't actually worn it out swimming yet, so I wanted to just show you how it fits into my bikini. So I got 2. They're both the same size, even though my chest is definitely asymmetrical. It's not so asymmetrical that I would order 2 different sizes in this prosthetic. And in this bikini, it is definitely not designed for mastectomy survivors. It is a typical bikini made in my own hometown of Portland, Oregon. And it does have a little hole. I'll show you the little hole that it has to put a prosthetic, or usually what it comes with is just one of those kind of shells, just very, very light nipple guard. But I took those out, and it took me a few minutes to stuff this prosthetic in, and the only way I was able to do so, I would not have been able to do so if it was made of silicone, but because this is made, the internal filler is little plastic beads. It's a little bit more malleable and squishable, and when I feel what the beads feel like, they are round and they feel just like BBs from a BB gun. I had my brother, when I was little, had a little carton of BBs in his drawer, and I used to go in and sneak in and hold the BBs and play with them when he was gone. So I know just what those feel like, and it really does feel like just about the same size of a round little bead, but it's made of plastic, so it's a lot lighter than a BB. So there's probably, hundreds of them in there. They're very small, very squishable, very manipulatable, so you can make it thin at this end and then kind of squish some of the filling to the other end and make it thin at this end. And that's what I had to do to get it into my little bikini. So the other really interesting way that they make this is that it's like mesh upon mesh. The fabric on the front is a thicker mesh. You can see the holes in it. It's very breathable and penetratable by water. And then in the back, it's 2 layers of thinner, less dense mesh. So there's a layer underneath that you can see the holes through, and then there's more of a transparent layer of mesh on the very top. And I think this little tab is here at the top just for hanging to dry, because these will get wet if you wear them swimming, and you're going to need to hang them to dry so that they don't get, well, they're made of polyester, so I don't think they're going to get mildewy, but it's just a handy thing to have to hang them to dry. It's also a good way to know where the top is, so when you're fishing around in here to figure out if you got it in the right place, I looked for the tag and I made sure the tag was here at the top of my bikini. So one thing I would say is you want to make sure that you're not getting a breast form that's too big for your bikini, because most bikinis are quite small, and even smaller than most bras. So this is a small bikini, and this is a size small, or actually I guess it's a numbered size. I think it was a size 5. Let me just make sure on the tag here. Yeah, size 5. This is called an American Breast Care Active Form. Number 932 is the item number in their catalog, and they have an online catalog at americanbreastcare.com. They don't sell these on their website, but they will direct you to a retailer or a fitter if you're interested in finding one near you. So this will be item number 932 in a size 5, but it is pretty small. American Breast Care is not the most up-to-date in their style. They give you this little bag to store your prosthetic in. Very 80s. It's lined with plastic, so it's kind of nice. Like it would fit a nice big bathing suit in it if you needed something plastic lined to put your bathing suit in, but it is kind of ugly. I'm probably not going to keep that case long term. But I just love this, the fact that it will, stay in place, not be pushed around by the waves in the water, and that water can flow in and out of it. And I probably will only wear this if I am going with my mother-in-law on a fancy cruise or to a fancy beach. I generally wear swimwear that is just showing my asymmetry and just very open about it. I found some that are very tight fitting and fit my little body really well. And so I generally don't wear prosthetics in the pool. But if I'm going to a fancier place and want to pretend that I have breasts, which generally, again, I don't do. I like being really honest about the fact that I don't have breasts. So if I go on a cruise like I did last year with my mom, next year with my mother-in-law for her birthday, which I'm planning to do, then I will probably bring these and try them out. And they will look something like this. And I just like that they're lightweight, and I really believe, since it fits very nicely into this bikini especially, there's not a lot of room for it to move around. It's a perfect fit, really. I have confidence that it will stay on my body since this is a very elastic bikini. I'll tie it nice and tight in the back. And that's really all I have in terms of new things to show you today. I was going to try to update you on kind of what I wear on a daily basis. Again, I don't wear prosthetics on a daily basis, but maybe on a monthly basis, I should say. If I'm doing something where I'm meeting like a whole new group of people or going out among strangers and dressing up, then I will want to appear breasted on some occasions. And so I still wear the same thing that I wore on day one after I had my first mastectomy. My very favorite tool is the Valletta, the Amona Valletta camisole. It is still the best thing to hold me in place because it has this really thick and strong elastic band that goes right underneath your shelf, underneath where your breasts would be and where your prosthetics sit. You can see the roundness that it creates for a breast form, and right now my favorite little prosthetic is this Amona. American Breast Care also makes these silicone prosthetics, and this just happens to be a little bit higher quality one from Germany. It's called Amona is the brand. I haven't done this in the past and I've regretted it because people will ask me the model number. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the model number of this. This is a really thin, very slight prosthetic. You can see how very little bit of depth it has. It's very thin. In fact, if I squish it so it's not even round, you can see it's like more thin than my finger. But I love that it's nice and wide. It has this side area that really covers my concavity on this side and gives me a little bit more bulk over here. So that's why I really like this one. So, you know, if I'm going out, I will wear my Valletta. I will stick this inside of it with this extra bulk on the side to the left. And that is perfect for me if I want to appear to be minorly breasted, you know, with that very A cup kind of shape. So this is called the Balance Natura TO. It is a size medium, and the other numbers on here are 227 and H324286, just in case you really love this. I much prefer to go in and look and see and try all of their examples, you know, to seeing something on video. So I'm assuming that would be YouTube, but if you want to ask for this one in particular and get a sample of it, and your fitter doesn't have a sample of this one, that's the model numbers and the different design numbers and size. So it is a medium in this model. And again, it just goes nicely into either a mastectomy bra or the Valletta camisole. Slips in, stays in place pretty well. It is a little bit heavy because it's made of silicone, but not super heavy. And it really matches the amount of bulk I have on the right side nicely. So when I press, after I put the Valletta on, if I press side to side and compare the bulk on each side, it is a pretty good comparison. So it's not exact by any means, but it does the job. So that's what I wear on maybe like a monthly basis, once a month, when I'm wanting to either go to work and look nice and wear something fancy that has a more of a breasted look, or if I'm going out to like a charity benefit or something where I'm just surrounded by strangers and I just don't want to have to wonder if my chest is drawing attention, then I'll wear this inside of Valletta. I generally just don't wear bras unless I'm working out, and then I wear handful bras still. So, but I won't put this in a handful bra. I'll use the handful inserts because they're washable. I mean, this is hand washable, but there's no need to wear this to the gym because I get back from the gym, I already have my bra off and I've just thrown it into the wash, so that makes it easy. So this is something I don't use a whole lot these days, just once a month. So that's my prosthetic update for this year. I will have my my custom prosthetic will be arriving shortly, so I will definitely do another update when I get that. It will be an adhesive, and like I said, it's custom fit and designed to match my right side that does have a little mini breast, a little crescent moon is kind of what I call it on the right with my Goldilocks side. Ton of concavity over here, so I imagine most of the bulk of my custom prosthetic will be over in this area to compensate and make it match the bulk I have over in this area. So I will see you in the next video, which will not be about prosthetics. It will probably be about my new podcast. I'm going to do a video talking about why I'm starting a podcast. So watch for that in the next week or so, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.